welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today is going to be another installment of Shop My Stash. So that is a monthly series that I do here on my channel where I pick out some products for the month, test them out all month, see kind of what my thoughts are, if I want to keep them, if I don't want to keep them, that happens quite often, and then we pick out new products for the next month. So without any further ado, if you like Shop My Stash videos, of course, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I do upload videos twice a week. And with all that, let's get started talking about the products that I've been using for the last month. All right, so as usual, we're gonna start with just the way that I apply my makeup so that way I don't forget anything. That has happened once or twice. Everything that I'll be talking about today is on my face. Not all the products, but all of them are on my face. Everything that I'm wearing is listed in the description box below. And let's just get started with primers. So I have two primers that I picked. I picked kind of just like more of a glowy primer and then a pore filling primer. So the first one is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It's like this stunning purple color. Looks like this, and then when you rub it in, it kind of just gives your face this really moisturized look. It's supposed to be a little bit filtering. This was really nice. I'm gonna try and keep everything short because this video tends to be very, very long, and it's okay. To be honest, I didn't wear it that much just because with it being summer, Europe tends to not have air condition in most of their houses. It's getting a little bit more popular, but I have not caught up with the times yet, at least in this house. So I am hot a lot of the times, and I don't need really anything else to add to the glow. I am already the sweat is the natural glow right now. So I really didn't use this as much as I wanted to. I do really enjoy this primer, and I'm going to keep it. It's really nice on the skin. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem wearing it. I just think I picked the wrong month for that. That's unfortunate. I do prefer the gold Becca primer a little bit more than this one, but this one's still great and we're gonna keep it around. The second primer is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. It comes in this little pot. This is a good primer, so I did use this every single time to fill my pores, just kind of on my cheeks here. And this is really nice. My only gripe with it is just that it comes in this pot. I mean, you can't see it on the back of my hand, but it does really fill in your pores. It is smoothing. It's a great primer. I just personally prefer how the Benefit primer comes in a little squeezy tube. I feel like it's a little bit more sanitary. I don't necessarily enjoy dipping my finger into this every single time. So I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna use it. I do think it does a really great job. Just wish that maybe Tarte would consider changing up their packaging. On to foundation. So again, I chose two foundations here. One is the Dior Forever Skin Glow, and then I have the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. This is just the original. And then just so you can see some quick swatch comparisons. So this is the It Cosmetics one in the shade Light. And then this is the Dior Glow in the shade 1.5N. So I am wearing the Dior today. It looks a lot darker than it is on because my face is pretty dark and I did a very, very sheer layer. So I don't want you to think that how it looks on my skin, if you're my skin tone, 1.5 is gonna be too light for you. I just really sheared it out so my face can kind of shine through and it would color match a little bit better. So that's just a little disclaimer. I do like both of these. I did end up kind of just gravitating more towards this Dior one because it's a little bit thinner. Even though the It Cosmetics is a CC cream, it's just a little bit heavier on the skin. And again, it's just hot out. So a lot of these, this is a great product. I love this product that you can see, like I've used a lot of it. I just wanted something a little bit lighter because it's so hot out. I really haven't been wearing too much foundation just because I've been going back to the gym a lot. So it's kind of hard to just wear a lot of makeup and then go to the gym. I kind of go in the middle of the day. That's just a personal me thing. So I did just gravitate more towards this. I really like it. The only thing is, like, Dior, I feel like they reformulate their products a lot because I haven't had this that long, and this is already the older bottle. So I don't want to like give too many opinions on this because I've heard that the reformulated isn't as good as the original Skin Glow. This is great though. I love this. It gives like a nice, just light to medium coverage. It's not too heavy though. It feels really light on the skin. I don't feel like I'm wearing as much makeup. Whereas like with this is still a light coverage foundation. I mean, it's a heavier foundation, but it feels still light on the skin. It just feels more in comparison to this. So I'm not saying that this doesn't feel good on the skin. It doesn't feel light, just in comparison to this one feels better to me. I will continue to use both of these. I really, really want to use this one up because I feel like I'm so close to finishing it. And to finish a foundation, I'll just be so proud of myself because the amount of foundations I have in my collection is an absolute problem. On to concealers. So I always bring in a color correcting concealer. This is the Benefit Boing in the shade 2. I switch between this one and the Becca because I only have 2. So next month we'll be working through the Becca. I do prefer this one. You can kind of see it here. It's a nice peachy shade. The Becca is just a little bit more emollient, and I find that this one sticks a little bit better. So I do like this. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to enjoy using it as long as I can remember to. Sometimes I forget, but I'm always happy when I do. I am wearing it today, and I feel like my dark circles are just a little bit more concealed rather than if I hadn't been putting it on. And then for actual concealer, these were the 2 that I grabbed. So we have Tarte Shape Tape, just a cult classic, and then the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I'd only tried this once before in a trying new makeup, so I wanted to get some more thoughts on it. Here are the swatches here. So this is the Tarte in the shade Light Neutral, and then this is the Milani in 125. So here you can see them here. This is just a little bit more neutral, whereas this is a little bit warmer, more peachy. I liked both of these. I kind of use them for different purposes. The Tarte one I would use on no makeup days where, well, not no makeup days, but where I wasn't really wearing foundation. So I'd kind of just cover up some redness, use just that, and then go about my day. The Milani, I just prefer for under my eyes. It's a little bit thinner of a consistency, and I also prefer just the tone of the concealer. So that's why I think I just gravitated more towards this. I do think that I'm going to keep the Tarte. I kind of went into this month thinking that this was kind of going to be a last hurrah for the Shape Tape, but I didn't foresee myself using it the way that I did, and I really enjoyed using it that way, just kind of spot concealing, not necessarily for hiding under eyes. So yeah, it's gonna stay, surprisingly. Really thought I was gonna declutter this, but it is going to stay. On to powder. So again, we have 2 powders. I have this little like travel Bare Minerals mineral veil, and I would use this for under my eyes. I don't know if you can see it here. It's just the original. I'm guessing that there's maybe different kinds. I don't know, but the label says original. This, I thought I liked it, but the more I used it, it kind of just made my concealer really dry. Like it almost just sucked all the moisture out of it. And I even tried just setting my face like normal, and it's still like, I feel like it just sucked all the moisture out. It was very odd to me. I've never really had a powder do that. So for that reason, like this is gonna go. There's really not even much in here, and I don't feel like wasting my time finishing it just to finish it. So this is gonna go. The second one was the Guerlain Meteorites in the shade 2 Light. So we've kind of all seen this. Let's see if I can do this without spilling it. But they're kind of like these little balls in here with different colors. So I kind of just been keeping this, coveting it, not wearing it, and I decided it was time to stop doing that. And I'm really glad that I did that because I really enjoyed using this product. I would probably say out of everything that was in Shop My Stash, this was the product that I used the most. The way that I actually just liked to use it is that on the days where I wore just no makeup, like nothing, like sunscreen, and I stopped, I would take a brush and then I would just kind of buff it all over my face, because I find that once I'm wearing like moisturizer, sunscreen, like just all the layers of skincare, like my face is just so wet looking. And while like that's nice, I know that I'm already gonna be sweating because it's so hot. So this just helped kind of like take the shine down from the sunscreen, from all the skincare, and it made like kind of a filter on my face. And I mean, I still looked glowy throughout the day because, again, I can't stress enough just like how hot I am all the time. But having this, I really, really liked it this way. I'll probably keep this out like on my desk to just continue to use it on the days that I don't wear makeup. I really liked using it that way. Highly recommend. I mean, it's an expensive product to kind of just use it that way. If you have it though, and you're not using it, I suggest giving that a try because I really enjoy doing that. On to more complexion. So we have blush, bronzer, and highlight. I have a big stack here of ones that we tried out. So let's go through the cream first. This was the Hourglass Sheer Illume Trio in the shade Sunset. I don't know why it has a shade name when there's only one. Hourglass got a lot of heat for that. Still really not happy about it. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. So, God, I love this. That's what makes this so hard, is this is so good. I am only wearing that today. I'm not wearing any of the powder products on my face. This just in the summer, this is so easy. I can wear it with foundation. I can wear it without foundation. It just looks so natural and just so nice on the skin. I love that there's all three shades in here. I'll swatch them. Here they are swatched. So here's the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight, if you can see that. I like how it has just all three. Sometimes in face palettes, you know, they have one bronzer and 4 blushes, but no highlight. I like that this is just simple. It's easy to take traveling. I did go on like a short little trip into the city, into Toulouse for a couple days, and this is what I brought with me because it was just one thing I could just put in my bag, and that was it. I love this so much. I can't get rid of it. I did put like a little bit, like some Guerlain mixing medium, just because it felt like it was getting a little bit dry, and that really revived it. But if you don't have this, go get it. It's really lovely. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit every skin tone. I don't know if they're gonna come out with more shades. They said they were going to. We haven't seen it yet. Spam email them because this is one of Hourglass's best products in my opinion. I did see that they're coming out with a new foundation in like 5 days while that I'm filming this, probably up around the time that this will go live. And I want it. I never tried the Vanish foundation. This is just a little side tangent. And I'm glad I didn't. I heard it was terrible. I do have the Hourglass stick and I love that. But this new one, it looks like I have high hopes. I have high hopes for it. And then for powder products, so we have the Marc Jacobs Tantastic. I really just wanted to give this a shot because I haven't given it the love that it deserves. It's a little bit light on my skin here, but here's a swatch. I ended up liking this so much more. This is why I'm glad that I do this series, because this is a product that I just kept putting off, not trying. And I really gave myself the month to wear this, and I love this. Like, I understand the hype now. I don't know what my problem was, like why I wasn't grabbing for this. I don't know if it's the size or what it is, but I love that it's a little bit more of a cool tone bronzer. That's just something that I prefer. Like a little bit of like a bronzer contour kind of shade is absolutely my vibe, and this delivers. I'm sad that they still don't make this. It's still really great. However, by the time I finish this, I don't think I'll want to probably even look at it again because the pan is just so big, but this is a good bronzer and I can see why everyone loves it. For blush, I have the Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rouge. So this, again, I have a lot of hit products, actually, thinking about it. Didn't do too bad. This is what the shade looks like. It is very, very pigmented. If you're going to have any of these butter blushes for whatever reason, I mean, the pigment really surprised me on them. I really liked this. I have nothing bad to say. I don't necessarily have anything great to say other than the pigment. So kind of falls like right in the middle for me. It's not like a must love, have to have product. However, I'm glad I have this. It's a nice product and I'll continue to use it. And lastly, we have highlighter here. So this is the L'Oreal Crushed Foil Metallic Highlighter in 10 Rose Quartz. Here is the swatch here. It doesn't really look too pinky to me, but it's, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a very light gold. I love this highlight. I can't say enough good things about it. I said it in my last video. I had a hard time finding this when it came out, and I'm glad that I searched around for it because this is just a great product. I really like it. I think it's, again, underrated. I keep saying the same things over and over, but I don't think they even make this anymore, which is just a shame. Like, I feel like the marketing for this launch just kind of flew under the radar for L'Oreal, and absolutely to like their disadvantage, because I think if they had really pushed this, a lot of people would know about these products and a lot of people would really, really like them. I really liked this Crush Foil line. Now on to eyeshadow, eye products, stuff like that. I have this primer here. This is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I didn't even use this one time. So I'm just not a eye primer type of girl, unfortunately. I'm going to keep this in Shop My Stash for the next round and just following rounds after that until I finish it. I want to keep it kind of just front and center, so maybe I can push myself to use it. I don't necessarily want to declutter it because I don't have any other eye primers. And for that reason, I'm going to keep it around just so I have an eye primer. But yeah, we're not going to be talking about eye primer. I'm going to skip this until I have thoughts on it. Just know it's going to be there in my little bucket doing its thing, and hopefully I just reach for it. And then for eyeshadow, we have a few things here. Can I get it in frame? Maybe. So let's just talk about the little things. This Dose of Colors, this is an Ideal Duo in Shell. So I pulled this in for the reason that I've never worn it. So I went to pull this in and wear it, and I looked at it and I was just like, you know, I just told myself, like, Melissa, you've had this for like 6 years. You haven't opened it. Don't open it and use it one time. Like, I'm just going to get rid of this. Like, someone else can give this a better home. It doesn't really seem expired. It doesn't smell bad or anything like that. So I'm going to give it to my sister, give it to a friend, something like that. There's no point in me opening it and using it one time. If I haven't used it in 6 years, like, I clearly am not going to miss this. So sorry, no review on this, but it is going to go. The other kind of just single item that I had was this Stila. This is the Glitter and Glow, and it was in Peachy Sheen. So this was definitely a product I knew was basically almost dried out. I wore it maybe 4 times, and I really loved the look. It's very light. It's basically almost a topper, and it kind of just gave like this really pretty glittery look. I loved it. Like, I just put some brown in the crease and just put this all over the lid and really let it shine. It was so nice. I did, again, like, I put some Duraline in there to maybe kind of revive it, but I knew that after this month, it was just gonna be done. So this is going to go in the trash. I'm not necessarily considering it an empty because I don't feel like I finished it. So it's not gonna go in my empties, but this will be leaving, and I'm glad that I kind of just got a few more uses out of it. It's really nice. If I didn't have so much makeup to go through, I would probably repurchase this. I really, really enjoyed it, but oops. But I have too much to go through, and so it's just gonna stay there. Maybe I'll put it on my wish list, and if it goes on sale or something, I'll pick it up. But for now, I have other glitter and glows to go through, try some other shades out. Let's talk about this little melt stack. So this is the Neutral Browns Petite Eyeshadow Stack. This was a new product to me. I had never tried it. I saw it on Raw Beauty Christie's channel, so I picked it up because it seemed right up my alley, and was it ever. I freaking love this thing. Again, I went out of town and I put this in there because it just has everything you need. It has a light color, It has one shimmer. It's a little bit gold for my taste, but that's okay. This perfect just crease shade, a darker shade to kind of give some depth. And then I use this darkest shade as liner. Here's kind of what they look like. So here's the glitter, the crease, the darker, and then the liner shade. I didn't swatch this like light one. It's not going to show up on me, but holy crap, this is amazing. I can see myself taking this on every single trip, anywhere, ever. I love this so much. This is what I used, again, when I kind of just used this Stila here. It's perfect. It's just a great amount of browns. It's so small and it's compact. It's the perfect thing ever. I loved it so much. They should still have it on their website. Again, this is a fairly new product. So if you're on the Melt website, like grab this. This is so good. And I'm so happy that I have this in my collection. Then we have this Norvina palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it looks like this, and I'm going to kind of just talk a little bit about this. I love purple, And when Norvina came out with this palette, I had it on my wish list for so long. And then I finally picked it up and it went untouched in my collection. I don't know what it is about this, but like it just like intimidates me. I don't really see too many looks with this, I think is the problem. Like I'm sure you can, but like I really need just like more simple, just put together things. Like I know someone said like you can do like quads or something, like they're meant to like break up into quads, or I don't remember, but I did use this palette a few times. I really try to like push myself with looks. It's a little bit dark for me. Like I tend to just prefer lighter looks. And this like really hurts my soul because I remember how much I wanted this palette and how much I really like saved up to get it. But I just need to be honest with myself and know that like I'm not going to reach for this palette. Like it's going to sit in my drawers. I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to use it. And I really just don't want to continue the cycle of doing that. And while I will miss you like Miss Norvina palette, and hopefully I don't regret it, I think that I am going to declutter this and just find a new home for it. I think that there's barely any use in it. So someone can really just have a better time with this. I really like, I'm so just like, it's an internal struggle because I want to keep this so bad to just like have it and hold it. But like I need to not be like a little makeup goblin and just like hoard all the things. And I need to let this go, find a better home for it. I know I just won't reach for it. It's just not something that I'm going to reach for. I love the colors. Like if these came in nail polish colors, like I'd be all over this, but they don't. So it is going to find a better home. All right, we're getting a little lengthy here, so I'm gonna try and breeze through the rest of these because they're kind of like the not so exciting stuff. I pulled in this setting spray. This is the Ulta Beauty Wanna Be Free Matte Setting Spray, Control Shine. I'm sure I got this for free because it's not something I would ever purchase, and there's a reason for it. I hated this, didn't like it. I was gonna push myself to use it for the entire month, but I felt like every time I put it on, I hated my makeup and how it looked. And I just figured there's no point in hating my makeup for a month. So I just swapped it out for my ColourPop one, still trying to get through this. How about, I don't know, 40% left. So trying to work through this. This is gonna get decluttered. Matte setting sprays, they're not it for me. I don't like this. For eyebrows and lashes, I brought in this Lash Food Conditioning Lash Primer. So unfortunately, I made a poor decision because I have the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara, and this is a tubing mascara. So putting a lash primer with a tubing mascara, in case you're wondering, it doesn't work. You can't do it. Don't do it. So I didn't use this. It's gonna stick around for next round. and this is going to go. I think I even said in my video that this was nearing the end of its life. I've had it for quite a long time. I don't think it's like empty, but I mean, for sure I've had this way past 3 months, and I think that I can say that I gave it a good go. So it's gonna go. I think it's time to maybe try a new mascara, get some of my other unopened mascaras into rotation and into use. For eyebrows, I have the M Cosmetics just eyebrow gel. Looks like this. I'm pretty sure I rolled this over from last round because I'm trying to use it up. I think it needs 1 more month because it's still going strong. So this is also going to roll over. I won't talk about this in next round. And then the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown. Again, this is something I'm just gonna roll over. I've had this for a couple of times now, so just trying to get through this. I don't wanna continue to open brow products if I still have some open. For those, I try to just use what I have and then pull in a new one. So both these are gonna stay and they're gonna go into the next round. And then lastly, we have lips. So I have the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Bound. I have the Lawless Forget the Filler in Velvet. Looks like this. We'll do some swatches. And then the YSL, this is number 9 in like the oil one. So that's what this YSL one looks like. It's very shiny, just kind of like a sheer nude. This Lawless one is a plumping gloss, and it is tinted kind of like a darker pink there. I am almost out of this. I had to go grab it out of my purse. So really happy about the progress there. I do really like this. This is the lipstick I'm wearing now. And then I do really like this NARS one. It's one of my favorite lip products from NARS. I love this. It's just a little bit more of something I couldn't really wear every day, whereas these two were. So all 3 of these products were hits for me. I really like them. I do think I'm gonna pull in just more lip products for this round because I kind of changed the way my setup is and I have some more slots. So I think next round we'll pull in more, but all these were great and I'm glad that I was able to get some use out of them. This I did not pull into Shop My Stash because I don't have too many lip pencils. I have maybe like 15, which is still an obscene amount, but I did want to at least talk about this. This is the NYX Professional Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, Turn On Waterproof Extreme Color Lip Liner in the shade Bed Rose. So it looks like, I don't know, I can't open it. Okay. There we go. It looks like this right here. I tried this on and I wore it and I just realized this is not something that I'm ever gonna wear. So I am going to declutter it. I didn't like how it looked on. So this is also going to just get decluttered. And that is all the products that I've been using for the last month here. So we are going to pan over to all my makeup drawers, pick out some new products. So let's head over and do that. All right, so here we have primers. I don't want to make the same mistake and pull in a glowy primer. So let's try and grab a few that aren't like that. I think I'm gonna grab this Dior one. This is the Capture Total Makeup Base with Sunscreen. I've had this for quite a while now and it's probably close to being expired. So I'm gonna try and get some use out of it this month, see if maybe we can use up more of it, get our money's worth, and then we'll see my thoughts if I need to declutter it or not afterwards. After that, let's grab this one because this one is almost empty and I actually have a backup of it. This is the Origins Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. It comes in like this little foam spray. It's really cool and it actually is very cooling on the skin. I like this a lot, hence why I have a backup of it. I think it's very underrated. So let's see if I can finish this one up and then pull in my backup. And then lastly, let's pull in this Tatcha one. This is the Original Silk Canvas. Pull in this little disc thingy that comes with it. So I did try a sample of the liquid silk and I really liked it. And so I think I want to just try and see if I can get some use out of this. I've actually made quite a bit of progress. Let me open it up. So I have quite a bit used up in here. I don't think I'll finish it in the next month, but we can at least make a bigger dent in this. So that way, once I do finish it, I can buy the liquid version. All right, I have quite a few foundation drawers, mostly just because I lay them all flat. So we're gonna pull a few of these. I think let's bring in this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder. So this is really nice and light. I think that it will be great for summer. I don't want anything too heavy. Let's also pull one from this drawer. So, I think way in the back here, you can't really see it. So there's this Laneige cushion. I haven't used this. I don't remember the last time, but I know that I love it. So I kind of want to give more love to a cushion foundation. Let's pull this one in. More foundation. I told you there was a lot. Okay, out of this one, let's see. I still want to stick with the lightweight. Let's do this one. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. This is the original that I fell in love with before buying like this balm version that I don't really like as much. It's also a darker shade. I have the shade 40 Natural Buff, so this will fit me more in the summer, which is now, and I can get some use out of it. And last drawer has my concealers as well as just discontinued foundations so I don't get them mixed up for videos. So let's just pull one more out of this one. Let's see, let's pull this one in. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Serum Foundation or Water Foundation. And I really like this. I even got my sister turned on to this for a while. So this is a really great one. And I do think it's almost gone. So let's see if I can finish this up and kind of work through this drawer a little bit. And for concealer, we're gonna switch out this color corrector to the Becca one since I only have two. And let's do this one. I tried this in a TikTok recently. This is the new Huda Beauty concealer, the faux filter. I was really, really impressed with this. So I wanna give it a little bit more love. And let's grab one more. Let's grab this one, if I can reach it. This is the Revlon Youth Fix. It has like the sponge tip applicator. I'm not a super big fan of that. It just gets really, really messy, kind of like the Maybelline. But I really like this concealer. It's really good. It has a click pen, also not great, but let's see how much more is left in here. I think I'm almost done and we can kind of work through that a little bit more. Next up, we have powder. I don't have too many powders, so I feel like I've pulled a lot of these into Shop My Stash already. I know I haven't pulled this one in, so let's do this one. This is the Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder. So we'll use this for loose. And then for pressed, let's use this Kosas one because I was not a fan of it. If you saw my video, I'll link that above. This is a really popular powder, so I want to see what I'm doing wrong and if I can make this work for me. Here we have bronzers. I'm just going to pull two in, a cream and a powder. So way back here again is this NARS cream. I really want to give this more of a shot. I've only used this once, so let's try that. And then for powder, more. Let's use this Kosas one. Since we use the Kosas powder, let's use the Kosas bronzer as well. On to blush. Again, let's pull in a cream and a powder. So I think I'm gonna pull these for the creams. I know that that's more than one, but it's the same formula, these Cosmetics serum blushes. Let's try and get some use out of those. I don't know how many times I can say the word use. And then for powder, let's do this glowish one. No, I don't wanna do that one. I wanna do this one. This is the Surratt blush in Sheller, I think is the name. And it's really cute. I like it. It's very nudie, very summery. So let's go with this one. On to highlight. Okay, we're gonna do liquid and powder again. So I'm gonna pull in this Versali one because, yeah, I just wanna see how good it is still. It might need some reviving. It might need to be decluttered. Kind of on the fence about it. So let's try that one out. And then I'm gonna pull in both of these Pat McGrath ones. You will see my vision in just a second and I'll explain why I'm pulling two, but we're gonna pull both of them. And those are gonna be our highlighters. Here we have brows, eyeliners, mascaras, and then all this on the side here is unopened. Sorry, the camera's so shaky. We're not gonna do brows because we're rolling those over. Eyeliners, not very exciting. They're not gonna really change, but we are gonna pick a new mascara. Both of these are brown, and then this one I've used quite a bit, so I think it's about time we opened a new mascara. Woohoo! All right, so I think I'm just gonna pull one of these little minis because there's so many of them. Is this the Chanel one? Yeah, let's do the Chanel one. So this is Le Volume de Chanel. I got this when I purchased something from Chanel recently, so let's test this one out, and then I'm sure after a month it'll be finished and we can get this one out and continue to work on all these little mini mascaras here. Next up is eyes. So this isn't my drawer, clearly this is the floor, but this is why I pulled out my Pat McGrath highlighters. I think for eyeshadow, I'm just gonna pull all my Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes. There's quite a few. However, in August, I think I want to do a ranking my Pat McGrath palettes. So I kind of just want to gather my thoughts on them, get some use out of all of them. Some of these I've used, some of them I have not yet. And then that way I can do that video later on once I've really just gathered my thoughts. And I think I have enough variety here to last me a little bit of time for the whole month, especially since the new Pat McGrath palette was announced. I know that everyone keeps saying, just kind of going on a tangent, everyone keeps saying that she's coming out the same things over and over. I don't necessarily disagree with that. However, I still want that palette, and I probably won't get it right when it launches, but I will probably for sure pick it up once she does like her holiday sale or Black Friday or something like that. Once I get it for 30% off, then I will pick it up. But for now, we're gonna test all these out, try them out, gather thoughts, and then you can expect a ranking video on all of these coming up. And while I have you, just not in my drawers, let's just pick out a setting spray. I normally don't do this on camera, so since I reorganized all this and everything, we're gonna pull one out. This is the Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. You have to shake it up a lot. It kind of gets separated very easily, but I really want to give this a shot. I think this will be really, really great for summer. So let's pull this one in. So I think last up is lips. Thank goodness. I mentioned this when I was going over the products, but I recently switched up the way I was organizing my makeup, and I now have like a 9-component just thing for lip products on my desk. So I think we're gonna pull 9 in, which is a little bit, it's a lot, but it'll get us some options and maybe use up more than 1 or 2. So let's just pick out 9. Let's of course pick out this Pat McGrath gloss. This is in the shade Flesh Astral. Let's pull in 1 or 2 of these Lisa Eldridge ones. So I want Kitten Mischief. I don't want that one. So let's pull in Kitten Mischief. This one's really nice. It's not one of the Velvet Matte ones. So let's do that. This is really hard to do one-handed. Let's do this one. Let's pull in this Dior one. I really, really like this. It's kind of like a thicker gloss. And it's just nude. Surprise, surprise. But this one's really great. So we have 3. I want to pull in a clear, so I have it. So I'm going to pull in this Tarte one. This is just the original Juicy Maracuja one. I think that's how you say that. I like this a lot other than the click pen. That's 4. I kind of want to pick ones that are on their way out. So this is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess lipstick. This one's really great, but I don't think it's going to last much longer. Same thing for this one, if it's the one I'm thinking. Yeah, this is the Laura Geller Color Luster Lip Gloss in Sugarcane. So this one's really great. 3 more. I feel like I'm making this way complicated than it needs to be. Okay, let's pull in this Marc Jacob one. I know I'm pulling in a lot of the same colors. This Kylie Cosmetics Malibu, because this is probably close to being expired. And I need 1 more. So let's do this Lisa Eldridge one in Blush Lightly. This is a little bit of a darker one. And that way we have a teeny tiny bit of variety. So these are gonna be our 9 lip products. All right, and then here's a little recap of all the products for this month of Shop My Stash. I feel like they're getting bigger and bigger each time, but I really want to give myself like a variety to try for the month. I don't really reach into the drawers and pull other stuff. I really just stick to these. So I'm happy with this. We're going to test it all out. We're going to see how we feel. And that's going to be the end of this video. So again, if you like Shop My Stash videos, please give this video a thumbs up. I hope you stick around and subscribe. And with that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.